So give away to Amit Nigam. A big round of applause for Amit Nigam.
Yeah, the moment you said that, it's his debut performance, I think half of the crowd is already gone. It's okay. So hi friends, how are you? All you are comfortable? It's a strange asking you are comfortable because you're sitting on stones and grasses, so probably you are not comfortable. But even then, while I was coming here this day, I was remembering, a day back then in college when, I went up to the stage and, had my first singing performance. So when I sang my song, after that, a guy from the audience came up to me and said, Amit, I had something to say to you. It's a rather wish. So I said, yeah, tell me. I thought he's going to, applaud me. And he said, Amit, for the greater cause of humanity around you and for all the animal kingdom as well, you should never sing at all again, ever in life. So, I was devastated after that. And actually, my friends also banned me from singing. Even alone, I cannot sing. I mean, they said that you're not allowed to even torture the empty space also. So, I cannot sing now. So, the point is actually I'm a bit nervous coming here. But more than nervous, I'm sad basically because I'm sad. Last night I had a party and when we ate our dinner and everything, I realized that, the party was on me, so I had to pay the full bill. And it was not clear in the beginning, but that was okay. But what I realized after I paid my bill, the amount in my account was negative 10 rupees. So I really don't understand the concept of negative balance. I mean, is it like I now cannot even afford free stuff? Like if there is a stuff, Amit, hey, take this stuff, this is free, I have to like earn $10 and then I would be eligible to have a free stuff. So I really don't understand the concept of, negative balance in your account. But that is what happened. I mean, I have like negative 10 rupees in my account. And then, there was one more, I had a spat with an auto rickshaw. Yeah, I hate auto rickshaws of Mysore. I mean, they charge you like, they are like running a jetliner or something. I mean, it was a 2-kilometer ride, guys, I'll tell you, from that hotel to my place, and the guy was charging $300. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? 300 for what are you? Is your auto is going to, take me through heavens and through the stars and, it's like dancing waitresses serving food inside your auto? Or is it like, you're going to show me all the 7 wonders of this world, while I'm riding your shitty auto and through these bumpy roads of Mysore? So, I mean, why $300? So he politely told me that, if I don't earn from Infoscience, who do I earn from? So I said, okay, although Infoscience also don't earn much, but it's okay, it's fine, I mean, it's okay. So I gave him $300, so that's okay. But when I came to Infosys, actually I was happy. I mean, I was sad, and when I came to the campus, I was happy because Infosys is a place, it's a heaven for me. I mean, whenever I enter the Infosys campus, I'm so happy, I'm so elated. I just forget all my fears. Back then, whom I have to pay my debts. My brother is not having a job, or my mother. I'm sorry. I mean, I just forget all my fears. So I'm so happy. This is just, this is one of the best places to be in the world. And I so much admire and applaud NRN and the other guys who created this place, for all of us. So really, I mean, I admire that guy so much, that, I am willing to work as a housemate for his house also. I mean, I so much admire that guy. If I have a wish, if I meet that guy, sometime in future, and I would say, hello sir, how are you? And I would say, hi Amit, thanks, what are you doing? So sir, do you have a vacancy for male maid in your house? I can just work, I'm willing to work for you. So this is how much I admire NRN and that folks. But the sad part is people don't appreciate the fact that they are in the best place in the world. I mean, I see people standing, food court lines, and they are so, frustrated and angry, I don't know why they are angry about, this shit, this line is not moving ahead, I have to go to my cubicle and play Candy Crush or something. I mean, they're so depressed. I don't know why. I mean, you're living in such a beautiful place, people just pushing lift buttons, in and out every time until the button just comes out of the panel. And I saw this actually girl, who was like using a voice dialer or something on his iPhone. I mean, this iPhone generation, I really don't understand the iPhone generation of today. I mean, this girl was using a voice dialer or something, and she was trying to call her mother, and it was like, call mommy. And it didn't work for the first time. And then she said again, call mommy. And then it didn't work again for some reason. And then she was so frustrated, she said, get lost mommy. I said, what? I mean, approached to that girl and I said, why you are doing like this? She said, my iPhone voice dialer doesn't work. I said, what's the big deal? Use the keypad. No, I cannot use the keypad. Keypad is for Stone Age people. I said, what are you talking about? I mean, your Stone Age people, your grandfather even doesn't have a phone. I mean, you probably grew up in a house where, they have big phone in the house with the rotor and zeros and ones, you dial it. You came from that generation basically. So, stop nagging about it. You have this wonderful piece of micro technology and you are just angry and frustrated because your shitty voice dialer doesn't work. And even when you are in the world's greatest campus, I don't understand that also. So, that's the thing. So my point is like Infosys is a good campus and the only thing missing, and that is the bad part talking, okay? The only thing missing at Infosys campus, you know what? I mean, don't take me seriously at all. It's just like a little tiny mayhem or, chaos or, some bad things happening, I mean, this is the only thing missing in Infosys campus. Otherwise, it's great. It's the whole country, India. The only thing is a little that chaotic part missing, okay? And I have this devilish instinct inside me, to create a spectacle or to just engage crowd over something bad, So, I have this evil fantasy, just to walk all over the grasses of Infosys campus, just to leave my footprints on the sands of Infosys time, like Neil Armstrong did on Moon, because this is basically a moon for all of us. So, but that's a bad actually instinct. You should never try that. You will be visit actually. So I'm pretty bad actually. I'm pretty evil, but that's me. But I'm good also. I mean, I'm good in certain things. For example, I treat women with respect, with dignity, with love. I really, really, really treat women and all women and girls alike. I mean, for example, if I'm traveling in a bus, which is to say I don't owe a car, and it's a good thing if you don't owe a car, because if you have a car, then all the women and all the ladies in this world, a wish, so that they can have one wish to wish for. Because it's really easy, to grant women their wish rather than men's wish. Because, men's wish create mayhem and, disturbance in the society. They disturb the imbalance of the society. But, a woman's wish is pretty nice. For example, if you ask a man what you want, so he'll say, I want all the Bill Gates money. What the hell are you talking about? Don't earn yourself. So, if you ask another man, what do you want? I want to be the Prime Minister of India. So, why did you vote in Modi? So those wishes will create imbalance in the society. But if you ask a woman, for example, if I ask a madam here, what do you wish for? So she might just say a simple wish, I want to be prettier than this girl. So if I ask, okay, what do you want, man? So she might say, I want to be prettier than this girl. So that's just tiny wishes. So what I do, I just make both of them equally ugly. So, balance is restored basically. No one is losing anything, no one is gaining anything. So, the women wishes are, balancing wishes, and what we wish are basically imbalanced wishes. So, that's the thing. But actually I'm here now, I'm here to talk about something else. I'm here to talk about sports a little bit. Although actually my relation with sports is, it's very distant. I mean, I do not actually deserve to be an audience in a sports celebration, Because, when the quiz was all going on, I was, what I was thinking while the sports quiz was going on? So, should I do my laundry on Saturday or on Sunday? If I do it on Saturday, then I won't have anything to wear, which is okay, because I will be in my home. And if I do it on Sunday, that's a problem. So that was the kind of thinking that were coming into my mind when the sporting quiz was going on. So I am nowhere related to sports, but I have spent a couple of years at Infosys. This is my 5th year, basically. So I'll give you a tip. I mean, for all the sporting enthusiasts there, so I'll just give you a tip, okay? And this is a true story. It's a true story. Listen to it very carefully and it will help you a lot in your sporting future at Infosys. So there was this guy, he was a trainee and he came out of the training. And he was just 1 month old, like a 1 month, baby crying. He participated in a cricketing tournament and, he was to bowl a delivery manager. So, delivery manager is basically, how should I explain? He's the guy who runs the company. I mean, a bunch of delivery manager runs the company. So he's at this high position, just 3 managers above a delivery manager is, is your CEO of the company. So anyways, this guy was about to bowl a delivery manager and on the very first ball, he clean bowls him. I mean, and he started, celebrating and jumping and I said, dude, wait a second, what have you done? Do you realize? No, I just clean bowled. you clean mold a delivery manager. Do you realize the implications of it? He said, no, what's going to happen? I said, no, dude, nothing is going to happen actually, but that was an opportunity for you. You never clean bowl your delivery manager. You should bowl like this to your delivery manager and let him hit a 6 and a 4 or something so that it might help you in your promotion cycle. So that's a tip basically. Infusion culture is basically an opportunity where you impress your managers on a personal level. You should bowl like this, and when they say, oh, what are you doing, sir? I cannot bowl faster than this to you because you are my idol or something. So, basically that opportunity, you should not ruin that opportunity by showcasing your talents or something. You can do that anyways later. And there is this second thing which I want to talk about is smoking. Basically, some of my friends told me that so they are telling me, Amit, you shut up. So I'll just quickly wind up. So there is this thing which related to smoking. They told me that some of my friends told me that people who play sports and athletics, they are good smokers. I really hate smoking, and I really hate smokers. And if I be God, and if there is a possibility, of heaven and hell, all the guys who smoke will go to hell, no matter how much charity they do, or how much organs they donate or whatever shit they do. And even if you have killed your wife in sleep, but you did not smoke, you will go to heaven. So I really hate smoking. I mean, actually this thing with me. But anyways, guys, I have to gotta go. So you guys have been amazing. Thank you.
A big round of applause for Amit. That was quite a performance. He's probably the first guy with an Infosys salary can afford $300 auto. Oh my God. And I thought, when he said he wants chaos and mayhem, I thought he'd ask for an in-house pub. But I don't know, it is not coming. So probably an in-house pub here would create more chaos and mayhem than anything else.
Okay, so I hope everyone is just, if you want to have the chaos, you wait till the end of the ceremony. So moving on, we'll have the rest of athletics.